so today's gonna be a very different type of video. I'm gonna try and film a reading vlog, so we're gonna see how this goes. I am excited to try, so I don't know how many days I will be filming this over, but I'm just gonna take you guys along with my reading for however many days. I'm currently reading The Spiral Staircase. It's by Mrs. O.F. Walton. It's my lamplighter of this month, so I just thought it would be fun to try to film something like this because I do enjoy watching them. Of course, we've got Phoebe. Look at the camera, baby. She's very busy, as you can see. But, so yeah, I thought it would just be fun to film my reading for however many days this goes on. I can't imagine it going on for a long time, but I'm also kind of in the middle of a reading slump. Not a reading slump, I've just been getting distracted while reading, which, let me know if you guys listen to music while you read, because I actually do listen to music while I read. I used to not to, but now I do because it helps me not get distracted. And my absolute favorite reading playlists ever are by Lemon Tea. Their channel's awesome and they make such great playlists for reading, and I highly recommend them. I'm actually listening to the newest one, Summer Mornings at the Bird Sanctuary. It's an amazing playlist while I read my lamplighter. I love how this one looks, it's very pretty. I can't use my 3D printed bookmarks because I think they're too chunky for this book. I don't want it to like damage the spine. I'm very, very careful with my lamplighters. So yeah, that is what I'm gonna try and film today. So I don't even know if this will ever get posted, but if it does, let me know how you guys enjoy it, and I will set up the camera so you can see me reading. So see you in a minute. Took me so long to get this angle. Baby was looking at me like, what are you doing, you crazy lady? But yeah, it took me about 10 minutes to get this angle right, so I hope it looks good. But we're going to just trying to read as much as possible with this one, and I don't know if I'll switch. I think I'm enjoying it so far. I'm like 17 pages in, so I don't think I'm gonna switch books. I think I'm just gonna try and finish this one. It's not super long. It's only about 230 pages, so I think I can do it. But yeah, let's just see how this goes. A trial run, per se. Okay guys, so I just hit chapter 2 in this book, and I thought I would sort of give you the plot because I feel like I didn't do that. So in this book we start at this like city station. That's not a good way to describe it. So there's this area called Garok, and it's very secluded from the world, very small place, and that's where the main plot of this book is probably going to happen, I assume. But then a couple miles away is a city, not a city, a little town called Lantrug, and that's where the train goes through. So that's where like the people get off at the station, and so we start at the station and 4 people get off to go to Garok, and then it talks about the way there and stuff, and we're mainly following this one guy who's Dr. Forrester. I don't know his first name, but they call him Dr. Forrester, and he's very sort of melancholy, a little depressed it almost seems, and he's trying to, we don't really know why he's there, but he's trying to find somewhere to sleep for the night. And so this guy who he met when he entered Garak offers to have him stay at where he lives, and they live in this castle. And so it's very interesting so far. I've never read a book by this author, Mrs. O.F. Walton, but I do really like her writing style. It's very atmospheric, I would say, very good at describing each character so far, even though we haven't had many since it's only chapter 2. But I think it's going to be very interesting because the guy, his name is Robert, who invited Dr. Forster to stay at the castle with them, was just sort of telling him like about the ghost that lives there. So I think it's going to be very interesting because I know from the synopsis of this book that there's like a mystery surrounding a spiral staircase. That's why it's called the spiral staircase in the castle. So I think it's going to be very, very sort of a mystery almost, and that'll be very exciting. So I'm really excited. I just love how this one looks with the castle, and I love the lamplighters because they're so textured. It's a quick little update. I'm only on chapter 2, but you know me. I love my lamplighters. They're probably some of my favorite books in the world. Okay guys, some very interesting turns have happened. Really? Because I'm on about page, I think 52, and that's about where chapter 4 is. And some very interesting things have happened. So first of all, Dr. Forster met some of his friends from when he went to a university, and they're like vacationing where he is at, and so that was interesting. But then there's like a mystery surrounding Dr. Forster because he sort of alludes to like this past that gives him a lot of sadness and heartache. But he was sitting on the beach with this guy who's the uncle to his friend that's there, and he was reading a newspaper, and then he read something and it made him super like sick looking, and then he excused himself and went back to the castle and just sort of ran away. And then the old man picked up the newspaper, and it was talking about a murder in London and a burglar taking these jewels. So I'm wondering if that is somehow connected to him. It's very interesting. And also with the spiral staircase part, Dr. Forster was sitting in his bed and he heard like footsteps above him, and then the old guy who owns the castle was like, oh yeah, that's just the loft where we put our apples because no one can stay there because it gets too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter. But he thought he heard footsteps up there, and so I'm wondering, and the staircase to get up into the loft is a spiral one, the spiral staircase, so I'm wondering if there's going to be some grand reveal or something, because something very shady is going on with our main character right now. But we did get a lot of new characters, which is good, and we are sort of getting snippets of his past life, so this is getting pretty intriguing. I'm gonna have to find a new playlist soon, because I'm at 47 minutes, and it's only an hour long. I honestly might just restart it, so. But the weather is really nice. I can hear the birds chirping, as well as the ducks. And then baby's just loving it. She's having lots of fun. Yeah, I think I'm gonna read for a little bit longer, because I don't really have anything to do today. Really, not anything really important to do today, except for we are going to church tonight. But until then, oh, big boy just came in here. Come here, Big. I don't know if he's gonna stay or if he just wants food. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep reading for as long as it feels right, and I will keep you guys updated. Hello guys, so it's a little bit later. It's currently 2. I don't think you can see that, but it is 2 o'clock now. Because I did take a little break and I went and watched some TV with my mom. You can probably hear the chickens screaming outside my window because they're being very loud, but that was a duck. I'm now gonna get back to reading because I am really enjoying this book, and I also am not going to church tonight, so I'll have more time to read because I don't really feel the best, so I'm not gonna go to church tonight. I'm just gonna stay home and read, so that'll be really fun. I think I can finish this book in a day, but I don't want to rush it. I just want to enjoy it because that's the point of a book, not to hurry up and finish it, but to enjoy it. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated. Definitely a mystery going on here. Hello guys, it's the next day, and I did get halfway through my book yesterday, so I'm going to try and finish it today. But yeah, it is the next day. And it's about 1:30 because I did go to church and stuff, and then we ran some errands. Here's Minnie. And look at this cute little, it's Winnie the Pooh. I got it for $5 at the thrift store. It's so cute. I do need to wash it because it kind of smells like perfume, but yeah. I'm going to try and finish The Spiral Staircase today and then hopefully pick another book because it is Saturday, so I don't really have anything to do per se, except for we might go to the lake later and I can read at the lake. But yeah, I'm just gonna try and finish The Spiral Staircase and then give you guys my final thoughts on it, and then we can go pick another book, which will be very fun. So yeah, I'm just gonna get to reading. I'm not gonna film myself reading. I'll probably just film when I finish each chapter because I think that will be better because I don't want this to be like a super long video. But yeah, I'm gonna get to reading and I will update you guys as I go. As you guys can see, it is a while later. It's like 11 o'clock right now. But I wanted to give my final thoughts on the book. It's over there by Big Boy. I did finish it a couple of hours ago, but I didn't film an update because I got busy with other things. But I am wearing my cute little, let me get my hair out of the way, Winnie the Pooh. It's like kind of hard to see because it's embroidered in. But look, there's Eeyore and Pooh and Tigger and Piglet. I don't know why I first got his name. But yeah, I wanted to give an update on my final thoughts on The Spiral Staircase. And my first thought, this is definitely a very sweet book. But I did really love the sort of mystery in the book because a lot of the Lamplighters don't have mysteries in them, but this one did, and I really did like it. I also liked the character development we went through with Forrester. His name is Norman Forrester, but they don't really call him Norman. They just call him Doctor or Forrester. And one thing I really did like as well is it all happened in the same place. Like, we didn't go different places. It was all the same area. And I did actually really like that because I felt like I was there with them. But yeah, the mystery, I really did like. The final chapter was so sweet. So cute. I really loved it, actually. The last chapter was mwah, beautiful. Loved it. But I did really love this one. I'm gonna point to it in the back there because I don't know if I'm gonna grab it or not. I did really love it, and I want to read more by her now because she's written others, I believe. I want to read them, but those are my thoughts on The Spiral Staircase. And now we're gonna go pick our next book, but I'll probably pick it tomorrow because I don't really like reading at nighttime because I'm more tired. I'm currently watching TV. I'm watching Haley. I don't know if her last name is, I think it's not, hang on, I'm looking at my laptop. Haley Pam or Haley Pham because it's a PH. I don't know. But I am currently watching her new video because today is Saturday, so I can't believe she's writing a book. Isn't that crazy, guys? I think I have chocolate on my face. I'm just sort of rambling at this point. And I also put this stuff in my hair to like help it not be so dry, and it feels so crunchy. It's kind of disgusting to me right now. And this, every time I went to pick up that book, do you know what I ended up doing for at least 10 minutes? Going on YouTube and listening to Epic the Musical. I literally can't get it out of my head, some of the songs. If you've listened, tell me your favorites. Some of my favorites are Puppeteer and the Wouldn't You Like song. I really liked both of those, and then of course the last one, Would You Fall in Love with Me Again? I love that song. As well as, what's it called? No Longer You. That was really good. And I also liked the ones with Calypso. I thought they were actually kind of really sad, so. But yeah, that's pointless rambling. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Somebody won't get out of bed this morning. I need to make the bed, but somebody wants to keep on sleeping. Baby, Trini, get up. She's so cute. Once again the next day, and it's kind of funny because I'm wearing the same shirt, but I did switch books to Fragments by Katherine Jordan because I feel like I just needed something faster paced, because I finished, what was it, The Hunger Games, I think, and that was the sort of the start of this reading slump. The Hunger Games always do those to me, though. I picked up Sparrow in the Sun by Danielle Bowen for like a quicker paced fantasy. It's not quicker paced, it's a very slow paced fantasy. This is actually going perfectly right now. I got about 100 pages in yesterday, and this is the second book in the Keeper of Light series. I don't have the first one because I lent it out to a friend, but I am enjoying it. I am remembering more than I thought I would, because it's been a couple months, or I think so. I think it's been a couple months since I read the other one, but I am remembering things pretty well, and things are getting very interesting in this book, and I will sort of give you a loose plot update later, but I have to go somewhere. I have to go to my piano, and then I am gone till like 2 o'clock probably. So I'm gonna try and read a little now, because I'm not gonna be home for probably in 4 hours. But as you can see, it is yet again the next day, but I did hit halfway yesterday, and I'm trying to finish it today. I'm nothing if not ambitious, but I had to come on and tell you guys there is a character going on in here that I am not liking at all. I don't want to spoil, but I will say some of the main characters went to get help from this other kingdom, and one of the people in that other kingdom is giving red flags. Warning bells are definitely going off, and I'm nervous for one of my favorite characters to somehow get disgraced or something. That better not happen. But yeah, I'm at 334, and this is a 500-page book. I think it's exactly 500 pages. And I'm really enjoying this read right now. Hello guys, it's the next day, and last night I'm proud and happy to report I finished, let me get a better grip on it, Fragments by Katherine Jordan. And I am so glad that I switched to this one, because even though they're chunkier books, because this one's 500 pages, exactly 500, they feel really fast-paced to me, so I don't feel bored with it, and I do feel like I'm reading fast when I read these ones, so I'm really glad I switched. And this one was really enjoyable. I feel like the first one we were really more character driven because we had so many characters introduced in the first one. This one was definitely a little more plot driven, and we also did see a lot of new locations, and the world building really was amped up in the second one. And we only got a couple new characters, but I did like how we really built on the already established one and really sort of built on what we already had with them and built up their personalities and such. And there were so many heartwarming moments in this story, some a little nerve-wracking, but it was totally an enjoyable one. I don't think I'm going to go into the next one immediately. Hello, once again, I'm coming to you the next day. Sorry if you can hear some background noises, that's just my family being loud. But I've just been reading the little, they're not part of a series. Some of them are, some of them aren't, but these are just, they're by Thornton W. Burgess, and they're really, really sweet and really cute. Some of them are kind of funny, and I just am really enjoying reading them. I just read these two outside, and I'm having a lot of fun reading them, and I thought it might be a fun thing to try and collect these, because I found 5 of them at my library's, like, Friends of the Library bookshelf, and they're numbers 19, 20, 21, 15, and 35, so very odd numbers. So it might be fun to try and collect them almost. And I did get in the mail today. Someone gave me a $20 Amazon gift card just for a gift, I guess. They just didn't want it. And I got the Bramley Hedge Autumn puzzle, and it's so cute. I love puzzles so much, and I love Bramley Hedge, so this is amazing. I'm saving it for autumn when it cools down a little bit. But that's sort of a reading. I think when I finish the next 2 of these ones, the last 2 I have of these, I'll sort of end the reading vlog there, because that'll be, I'm hoping to finish them today, and it'll be almost exactly about a week and a half of taking you guys with me reading. So I think that sounds like a plan. I'm gonna try and read them. I don't know if I will, but yeah, there's just a quick update. Alrighty guys, this is the final update for this reading vlog, my first ever reading vlog. I think it's been exactly 2 weeks of reading, so that sort of ended perfectly, but my stack of books is up here, so I don't know why it's up here. Let me get it down for you. Oops. But this is a nice little stack of books. I've kind of been in a reading slump. Hunger Games, just Sunrise on the Reaping, just did that to me, but I'm really happy with what I read, so this is just sort of a final thoughts type of thing, and then I'm gonna say goodbye. But first we have The Spiral Staircase by Mrs. O.F. Walton. This is my lamplighter of the month. I love lamplighter's. Covers are gorgeous. And this follows Norman Forrester, and he's a doctor, and he's sort of going on vacation. We've sort of, from the very first chapter, we sort of understand he's had a very hurtful event and / traumatic event happen prior to him going on this vacation, so he's just sort of trying to get away, decompress. He's really having a hard time with humanity in general, so he goes to this little small town called Garak, and he's staying there for there's not a set number of days, but there's sort of, he stays at this castle that he's invited to. There's sort of a weird guy coming who claims to be an antiquarian. That's not how you say it. I know how to say it, I don't know why. But an antique person, you know. But he's sort of a weird person and is sort of snooping about the place, and he invites his artist friend, and they're very weird together and suspicious. And so there's sort of a mystery, because Norman will be in his room at nighttime, and he'll hear like footsteps in the wall next to him, and the guy who lives there is like, oh, there's just an old staircase, but nobody uses it and there's no access to it. So there's a mystery going on. But I did really love the sort of healing arc we went on with Norman, because he does heal and change and grow throughout the book. And the last chapter was so sweet. It was one of the best love confessions I've ever read about. And there is some artwork in here that I'd show, but this was just such a nice read. I've never read something by her, and I did really like her writing. It was very descriptive and immersive, so that was such a fun read this month. Then we have Fragments by Katherine Jordan. This is book 2 in the Keeper of Light series. I did get my book 1 back, but I did really love this one. Like I said, this one was more plot world driven. We went and explored new places in the Kingdom of Talia. The plot was definitely stronger and a little more complicated, not so just generalized. And we sort of definitely defined more where we were going with this series and built upon what we already had. And I did really love that. Amarai and Bernard, love them so much, but such a good read. I'm so glad I picked it up. Then finally, these are just like little kids books, but still really fun to read. And these are by Thornton W. Burgess. They're not really in one series. They're in mini-series, more like it. But they're just really cute. I did take some videos of the little artwork in them, and they were just really fun to read, you know. Not a lot, you know, because they're so short, so there's not a lot of plot to them, but very fun to read. Then I'm just gonna talk about the audiobooks that I listened to this month, because I did listen to quite a lot of audiobooks because I've been working, so that's what I listen to audiobooks when I'm working. But the Secrets of Wormdale series, I finished it. Valley of Dragons, so good. I'm sad it's over. I will say, the Valley of Dragons, when we started out, I wasn't loving where we were going with a certain aspect of it, but she delivered. She did amazing. Christina Bear. I'm so excited to read whatever else she writes, because I think I'm gonna love whatever else she writes. Sort of a instant buy, listen, however I can get my hands on it author for me. But this series wrapped up so nicely. Like I said, I'm sad it's over. I love all of the characters. Characters are so very realistic and three-dimensional to me. Hang on a sec. Baby's up there eating plastic because she's not a good girl. Okay, back to the books. But this series is so good. I'm sad it's over. I want to buy them because I want to reread them. And then I'm crocheting in the middle of a crochet project. I'm not going to grab it because it's up there, but I'm trying to crochet a dragon and follow this tutorial on YouTube. If it turns out, which it kind of is, my dragon is looking a little worm shaped right now. But if he turns out, I thought it would be so cute. I could have my little Secrets of Wormdale series with my crochet dragon. Adorable. And then the other audiobook I'm in the middle of is, I don't remember the author's name. I'll have to put it on the screen, but A Lady's Guide to Marvelous Misadventures. No, A Lady's Guide to Marvels and Misadventures. This one is pretty fun. It's just a fun read. I'm glad it's a standalone. It's not a series. Most of the time, this style of book is a series. If you know the style, it's like the Victorian, cozy sort of style. I feel like that is a niche now. But this one is standalone, which is nice, and we follow Clara Sutton, and just Claire, not Clara, Claire Sutton, and Stanton, not Sutton, they're Claire Stanton, and she recently had this betrayal in her life by her fiance, who wasn't he wasn't the person she thought he was, And so now she's really trying to protect her family because he's trying to slander her family's name and sort of drag their name through the mud, because her uncle was, after he went and enlisted in war, and after the war he was institutionalized in an asylum and he died there. And so her ex-fiance is trying to spread this rumor that the whole family is insane. So she's really protective of her family. She's very distrusting. And then on the other hand, we have Theo, and he has a very tragic backstory that we learn about. He apprentices at her grandfather's clock shop. He does more than clocks, but it's mainly a clock shop. And she's very distrusting of him. But one day, the grandpa decides to go. He built this flying contraption that is in the shape of an owl, but it flies. And he decides to go travel the world, but also set up this scavenger hunt for Claire to follow him. And he specifically tells her that he wants her to bring Theo with her. So Theo, Claire, and Claire's mom go on this scavenger hunt to find the grandpa who's flying in this owl over the continents. And it's honestly pretty fun. The characters, it's fun to watch them go through these changes and such, but it's honestly just a fun time. And then before I end, I will just talk about the books I'm in the middle of that I didn't finish. But the first one is Mythology by Edith Hamilton. This is sort of, to me, going to be more of a guidebook to getting into Greek mythology and just mythology in general. Because I'm not very far in. I am going to be annotating and dog-earing and just, it's going to be my guidebook. So it's going to be well loved and well used. And I'm really excited for that. And then the other book I'm in the middle of, which I plan on finishing like today maybe, is 8 Cousins by Louisa May Alcott. I'm a little bit in, and I love Louisa May Alcott. I just don't know why this book wasn't working for me. I hope it does now. But yeah, those are the books I'm in the middle of. Okay, so that wraps up my first reading vlog on this channel. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions on how to make it better or what you would change to fit more your guys' liking, please tell me. And thank you guys all so much for the support on the channel, and thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.